job a long time. And when you go on these international tours, you're like, you start to say, what's the weirdest show we can do? And at the time, this was before The Masked Singer was in the U.S. So it's like they have this show called The Masked Singer, which is huge in South Carolina. We're doing that show.
A storm of chatter has erupted across social media and Hollywood circles, and it all leads back to an unexpected courtroom twist. Justin Baldoni, the actor and filmmaker known for his heartwarming approach to storytelling, has just landed a major legal victory. But the real shocker, Ryan Reynolds' rumored reaction. Now, Baldoni and Reynolds aren't exactly two names you'd expect to see tangled up together. One is renowned for his emotional depth and inspirational speeches, while the other is a sarcastic, sharp-witted megastar with blockbuster franchises and a thriving business empire. But somehow, this legal battle has put them on the same page, at least in the eyes of the public. The details of Baldoni's courtroom win are still murky, wrapped in secrecy and wild speculation. But the bigger question making rounds? Why does Reynolds care? What's the connection? Is there a hidden link between these two Hollywood powerhouses that no one saw coming? Baldoni, beloved for his role in a hit TV series and his philanthropic efforts, has built a brand around kindness and authenticity. Meanwhile, Reynolds has become Hollywood's king of humor, dominating box offices while juggling business ventures, including a high-profile liquor brand. They've played in different arenas, until now. This sudden legal development has merged their worlds in a way no one expected. Fans are piecing together clues, and pop culture insiders are watching closely. Is this just a passing headline or the start of something much bigger? One thing's for sure, Hollywood loves a mystery. Baldoni is all about inspiration and heartfelt storytelling, while Reynolds, he thrives on sharp wit and playful chaos. But now, the internet is buzzing non-stop over Baldoni's unexpected courtroom showdown and major victory. The real mystery? What was this case even about? Some fans are convinced it was a production dispute gone wrong, while others whisper about a battle over brand representation or intellectual property rights. A few even think it's tied to one of Baldoni's philanthropic endeavors, but with so few hard facts available, all anyone has to go on are cryptic hints and so-called insider leaks. Then there's the wildest twist yet, Ryan Reynolds' rumored reaction. The moment whispers of Baldoni's win hit the internet, talk of Reynolds chiming in took on a life of its own. Was it supportive? Was it sarcastic? Or did he just throw out one of his signature witty jabs? Nobody knows for sure, but the speculation spread like wildfire. At first, it was just a few scattered posts, second-hand, third-hand retellings, but within days, social media was in a full-blown frenzy. The conversation shifted from Baldoni's courtroom triumph to who in Hollywood had something to say about it, especially Reynolds. Now, the internet can't stop dissecting every possible angle. Did Reynolds make a comment that was too honest, too funny, or did he just get dragged into the drama without even trying? Whatever the truth is, this story isn't cooling off anytime soon. No official statement, no tweet, no confirmed receipts from Ryan Reynolds himself, yet that hasn't stopped fans from running wild with the idea that he couldn't resist chiming in. According to the internet's best detectives, Reynolds may have dropped his signature witty take in a casual interview, a passing comment to a media outlet that hasn't released the full transcript yet, or even a private conversation that somehow leaked. No matter how flimsy the evidence, in today's celebrity gossip machine, all it takes is a single whispered phrase to explode into a viral sensation. And let's be honest, if anyone could spark this kind of frenzy, it's Ryan Reynolds. He's a master of blending sincerity with razor-sharp humor, making him the perfect suspect for a comment that sets social media ablaze. But here's the real puzzle. Why would Reynolds, who isn't even involved in Baldoni's legal battle, have anything to say at all? This is where the theories spiral in every direction. One camp believes that Baldoni and Reynolds were once in talks for a joint project, a film or series that could have merged Baldoni's emotional depth with Reynolds' signature comedy. If that's true, did the project fall apart due to behind-the-scenes drama? Did this legal case somehow connect to it? Others think Reynolds simply relates to creative entrepreneurs fighting for their vision in court. He's no stranger to corporate battles himself, having navigated high-stakes business deals in Hollywood and beyond. Maybe he saw Baldoni's win as a victory for all artists standing their ground. And then there's the simplest theory. Reynolds just saw the love pouring in for Baldoni and couldn't resist adding his own playful stamp to the moment. It's what he does best. Whatever the truth is, one thing is certain. Fans are eating up every twist in this Hollywood mystery. At this point, the supposed Ryan Reynolds reaction has turned into its own full-blown spectacle, overshadowing the very case that started it all. Instead of dissecting what Baldoni actually won in court, social media has been consumed with trying to decode Reynolds' rumored response. Fans from both camps have taken to online forums, spinning endless theories. Was Reynolds just giving Baldoni a well-earned congrats? Or did he sneak in one of his signature sly jokes? Maybe he teased Baldoni for being too humble, too polite, or even poked fun at the entire situation with a wink and a smirk. Without a direct quote, a video clip, or even a verified source, everyone is grasping at clues, reading between the lines, and debating what Reynolds might have said. And let's be real. The man is known for his off-the-cuff humor, so the idea of him dropping a quick, clever remark about Baldoni's wholesome nature? Totally believable. But on the flip side, Reynolds has also shown genuine support for fellow creatives. Given Baldoni's reputation for sincerity and perseverance, it's just as possible that Reynolds meant whatever he allegedly said as real admiration. And while the internet continues its deep dive investigation, Baldoni himself? Completely unbothered. He's still posting his usual motivational messages and project updates with zero mention of any court battle, let alone Reynolds. That, of course, has only fueled the mystery further. Some fans believe Baldoni's silence is proof that legal confidentiality is keeping him from addressing it outright. Others think he's simply choosing to rise above the noise. Either way, the lack of confirmation has only made this saga even more fascinating. Some believe Baldoni's silence is a strategic move, keeping the spotlight on his creative and philanthropic work instead of letting a courtroom battle define his narrative. Others see it as a necessity, bound by legal agreements that prevent him from saying too much. Either way, his tight-lipped approach has only intensified the speculation. Meanwhile, Ryan Reynolds, he's carrying on as usual. His social media remains packed with his signature humor, quips about daily life, sneak peeks at upcoming projects, and playful celebrity exchanges. No mention of Baldoni, no confirmation, no denial. But for those convinced there's truth behind the rumor, hope remains that Reynolds will eventually drop a cryptic tweet, a sly Instagram story, or even a sarcastic video giving his real take on the situation. After all, an ambiguous, tongue-in-cheek response would be peak Reynolds behavior. While the internet stays glued to Reynolds' next move, a bigger question looms. What was Baldoni's legal victory actually about? Some believe he was fighting for production rights on a film or series he deeply believed in, possibly facing pushback from powerful backers or rival producers. Others suspect it involved licensing or branding for a nonprofit initiative, given Baldoni's history of blending storytelling with social impact. A few have even tossed around the idea that it was a personal legal matter, but many fans find that theory unlikely, especially since Baldoni's entire public image is rooted in authenticity, purpose, and uplifting work. Regardless of the case's exact nature, one thing is clear. Baldoni isn't one to back down from a fight when it comes to standing by his values. And in a strange twist, the alleged reaction from Reynolds might end up shaping public perception of Baldoni's case even more than the actual verdict itself. Whether the rumors are true, exaggerated, or completely baseless, this entire saga has taken on a life of its own. And Hollywood? It loves a good mystery. If Reynolds did throw his support behind Baldoni, whether through a comedic quip or an enthusiastic nod, it could easily sway public perception. Why? Because in today's pop culture landscape, Reynolds isn't just a celebrity, he's a tastemaker. His brand of sharp, relatable humor makes almost anything seem cooler, funnier, or more relevant just by association. If he praised Baldoni's integrity or gave the win his signature stamp of approval, it might elevate the entire situation in the eyes of fans who see Reynolds as a cultural barometer. But here's the real head-scratcher. Where did this rumor even start? And why is it gaining traction now? Some skeptics believe the whole thing was engineered for clicks, a golden opportunity for lesser-known outlets or social media influencers to craft an irresistible headline. After all, a story titled, "Ryan Reynolds reacts to Justin Baldoni's big win, practically guarantees engagement. Two beloved Hollywood names in one sentence? That's social media gold. Once a few blogs and discussion boards latch on, the rumor snowballs into a trending topic, fueled by endless shares and reposts, even without hard evidence. And let's not forget, fans are always hungry for fresh intel on their favorite stars. With Hollywood news cycles constantly shifting, people latch onto anything that keeps the conversation going. So when an unverified rumor like this drops, many are happy to believe it first and ask questions later. But beyond the clickbait potential, this story taps into something bigger, a cultural fascination with the idea that A-list stars are always keeping tabs on each other. Hollywood thrives on connections, collaborations, and behind-the-scenes friendships. Fans love imagining their favorite actors cheering each other on, trading texts, or secretly following each other's careers. But how much of that is real? And how much is just wishful thinking? In the end, whether Reynolds actually said anything or not, this entire rumor proves one thing. When two big names collide, the internet will always find a way to turn it into a spectacle. The reality? Probably far less dramatic. Hollywood's biggest stars are juggling packed schedules, endless projects, and a whirlwind of commitments. There's not exactly a lot of time for orchestrating public displays of support. That said, in today's social media era, even the smallest nod can carry huge weight. A single like, retweet, or offhand mention can spark a media frenzy, making it seem like a star is deeply invested in another's career, even if they just happen to scroll past the story on their feed. But with all this buzz, one burning question remains. Could this rumor hint at an actual Reynolds-Baldoni collaboration? Some fans are convinced that this whole saga is more than just idle gossip. Maybe Reynolds' alleged reaction wasn't just a throwaway remark, but a subtle clue that something bigger is brewing. After all, imagine the possibilities. Baldoni's heartfelt storytelling mixed with Reynolds' razor-sharp comedy? That's box office gold. A film, documentary, or series that merges their strengths could stand out in a crowded industry desperate for fresh, meaningful content. Of course, at this point, it's all just fan-made speculation. But that's what makes Hollywood rumors so powerful. A single unverified claim can spiral into full-fledged theories that fans latch onto. Another layer to this frenzy? The hilarious contrast between their personalities. Baldoni is the beacon of positivity, always radiating sincerity and depth. Reynolds? The king of snark, effortlessly roasting everything from his own movies to billion-dollar corporations. So if Reynolds did react, what kind of response would it have been? Would he have gone full sarcasm mode, playfully roasting the legal system itself? Or would he have taken a rare moment to genuinely applaud Baldoni's perseverance? Fans know Reynolds for turning even the most serious situations into comedy gold. So whether this rumor is real, misinterpreted, or completely made up, one thing is certain. People are dying to know how Reynolds, the ultimate Hollywood wildcard, would handle Baldoni's more contemplative persona. If a real comment from Ryan Reynolds ever surfaces, whether in a quick interview snippet, a cheeky tweet, or a subtle Instagram reply, you better believe the internet will tear it apart. Every word, every pause, every possible double meaning would be put under the microscope. Would it contain one of his signature dry jabs? A playful tease about Baldoni's wholesome reputation? Or maybe, just maybe, it would be sincere praise without a punchline. Either way, fans wouldn't let it slide without dissecting every syllable. But not everyone is convinced that this rumor holds weight. Could this whole thing be overblown? Or even completely made up? Some skeptics argue that Reynolds is far too busy to randomly comment on a legal case he has no direct connection to. It's one thing to crack a joke about a trending moment, but a courtroom win for someone he's not publicly close with? That's a stretch. Then there's the glaring absence of solid reporting. If Baldoni's court victory was as major as the internet is making it seem, wouldn't entertainment outlets have covered it in detail? Where are the official press releases? The deep dive articles? The lack of concrete sources makes the entire rumor seem shaky at best. Still, celebrity rumors don't just disappear. Fans who desperately want this story to be true will keep searching for proof. A leaked interview clip, a behind-the-scenes moment, a hidden reference in a Reynolds comedy skit. Anything that validates the idea that he acknowledged Baldoni's big win. But here's the thing. If too much time passes with nothing real to back it up, people might start to accept that this was just another Hollywood rumor spiraling out of control. Because that's how modern celebrity culture works. Rumors burn bright and fast, but if they don't intersect with real events, they fade just as quickly. And in the middle of all this speculation, no one's asking the bigger question. Has Baldoni's actual legal win been completely overshadowed by the buzz about Reynolds? If so, the real story here might not be about what Reynolds said, but about how Hollywood drama can hijack the narrative entirely. If Baldoni's legal victory was as pivotal as some believe, it could reshape the next chapter of his career, unlocking new creative opportunities, fresh collaborations, or even newfound freedom from industry restrictions. For fans who are truly invested in Baldoni's work and personal brand, the idea of his triumph being acknowledged, especially by someone like Reynolds, adds an intriguing layer to the narrative. It's an unlikely collision of two vastly different Hollywood personas, Baldoni, the earnest storyteller, and Reynolds, the quick-witted showman. At best, it's a feel-good reminder that success can transcend genres, uniting figures from opposite ends of the entertainment spectrum. At worst, it's just another fleeting Hollywood rumor, creating momentary buzz before vanishing into obscurity. But this entire situation sheds light on a much bigger phenomenon in celebrity culture: the endless fascination with behind-the-scenes star interactions. Fans love the idea that their favorite celebrities are secretly following each other's journeys, offering private words of support, or even throwing in a little friendly banter. It's the fantasy of Hollywood as one big interconnected circle, where stars don't just coexist, but actively engage in each other's wins and losses. In today's era of constant connectivity, people crave these tiny glimpses of A-lister camaraderie, even when the reality is likely far more subtle or non-existent. The idea of Ryan Reynolds reacting to Justin Baldoni's court victory fits perfectly into that fantasy. It's a bite-sized Hollywood microdrama, just juicy enough to hold people's attention, yet vague enough to leave plenty of room for speculation. And because neither Reynolds nor Baldoni has stepped forward to confirm or deny the story, the rumor remains suspended in limbo. If one of them eventually speaks up, whether to shut it down or play into the intrigue, fans will get a small but satisfying resolution. Until then, the mystery remains, fueled by whispers, theories, and the ever-hungry world of entertainment gossip. If neither Baldoni nor Reynolds addresses the rumor, it could take one of two paths. It lingers as niche celebrity lore, popping up in fan discussions from time to time, or it fizzles out completely as the next Hollywood headline takes center stage. For those entertained by the idea of a comedic megastar acknowledging a philanthropic filmmaker's legal win, the story fuels fun speculation. Could this lead to a future cameo? A playful public shout-out? A Reynolds-style joke with just enough truth to keep people guessing? On the flip side, this entire saga is a reminder of the dangers of trusting unverified social media chatter. At its core, the Ryan Reynolds reacts to Justin Baldoni's courtroom victory rumor is built on shaky ground. It relies on secondhand claims, vague insider chatter, and a whole lot of wishful thinking. And yet, no one even knows what Baldoni actually won. Was it a high-stakes production battle? A fight for brand rights? Or was it something completely different? No major news outlet has published the details, no official source has confirmed the victory, and neither actor has stepped forward to set the record straight. Yet in the world of celebrity rumors, all it takes is one juicy headline to ignite endless speculation. So here we are. fans caught in that familiar cycle, waiting, hoping for a clever quip from Reynolds, a heartfelt reflection from Baldoni, or any tangible proof that connects the dots. But beyond the rumor itself, there's a bigger takeaway. Why does this kind of unexpected Hollywood crossover fascinate people so much? Baldoni and Reynolds exist in two completely different spaces. Reynolds thrives on snarky humor, viral social media moments, and blockbuster roles filled with self-aware comedy. Meanwhile, Baldoni has built his brand on emotional storytelling, philanthropy, and deeply personal projects. The contrast between their public personas, one sharp, the other sincere, creates a natural intrigue. If they ever did interact publicly, whether through humor, admiration, or some unexpected collaboration, it would be a moment fans wouldn't forget. Until then, the rumor remains exactly that, a Hollywood mystery that may never be solved. For those who love both sharp-witted comedy and heartfelt storytelling, this rumor has been a wild ride, whether it's true or just another Hollywood myth. The idea of Reynolds tossing out a dry, sarcastic remark while Baldoni delivers a thoughtful reflection on his courtroom battle is exactly the kind of contrast that keeps fans hooked. But will we ever get an answer? If Reynolds is ever put on the spot, he might drop a classic one-liner that neither confirms nor denies anything, but gets people talking even more. Baldoni, on the other hand, might use the moment to share his perspective, explaining what went down and how he fought through it. Or they could both stay silent forever, leaving this mystery to live on in the internet's endless vault of unsolved Hollywood lore. Because that's how modern celebrity culture works. A single whisper can explode into a viral sensation, turning two completely separate careers into an unexpected, fascinating crossover. So where does this leave us? Did Baldoni really score a major legal win that somehow slipped under the radar? And if he did Reynolds actually step in to recognize it, whether as support, a joke, or just because the internet ran with it? For now, all fans can do is keep watching, waiting, and digging through every scrap of information. Maybe one day, a cryptic tweet, an offhand remark, or even a playful Instagram exchange will finally confirm or completely debunk this ongoing Hollywood mystery. Until then, this story stays exactly where it began, in the realm of pure speculation. If you loved this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share so you never miss out on the latest deep dives and celebrity mysteries. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.